Hold on, Zordon's calling us.
Zordon's calling me. I gotta go.
A lot of movies flew under the radar. A lot of movies have come out. Big releases, small releases. But today we're going to talk about a smaller release that came out. It's a horror film. It's called Charlie's Farm.
Hey Jace, how much further before we get there?
I don't know. I say we're about 3/4 of the way there.
Look at the kangaroo. Yeah, right there.
Australian horror movie kind of brings you back to the old time slasher films. You know, mutant guy. I guess he was a mutant or whatever the hell he was. He was an Australian deformed redneck guy. Kills stupid idiot teenagers.
That's basically the plot of the movie. It's basically. It's for those who don't know, it's Nathan Jones. He's in Mad Max. He's in Troy. He's in The Protector. He used to be a former wrestler. He's like this big 7-foot guy. He's like really built, solid, muscle-looking guy.
Yes.
And he is in the role of Charlie.
Wants to take you to a very dark and evil place.
A dark and evil place. Good on you, mate.
Your friends are all dead.
Charlie's Farm, basically, it's these 4 friends. They're going on this camping trip because they want to do something. And the one guy said, hey, we should go to Charlie's Farm. And if you're Australian, you know what Charlie's Farm is. Charlie's Farm apparently is somewhere some heinous shit went down.
Yeah. It was these rednecks were killing people. They were killing backpackers. One played by Bill Moseley. Probably one of the best parts of the movie. Bill Moseley and his wife have a deformed son that has some kind of spinal injury. Or his spine didn't grow right. And they're basically playing the same characters as from Texas Chainsaw Massacre. They're a cannibalistic family. And they're killing all these backpackers that come in and they're eating them. The town knows about it, but the town does nothing about it until one night where they get fed up and they find them. They murder them and they leave. They think Charlie is dead, but they leave him alone to his own devices. And he grows up into a murdering psychopath.
This is it. It actually says Wilson on it. My rumor has it they had a son called Charlie.
And for like the next 30 years, backpackers go to the site of Charlie's Farm. And they kind of just, it's kind of a thing to go see. It's like this famous thing, like the Amityville house. You gotta go see it. You're right on the wall. We survived Charlie's Farm. And you just hang out there and you leave.
I reckon we get some camping gear together and head out for a look-see.
Look at this. Who's cute or what?
Maybe it was Charlie.
Sure it was, you smart ass.
Overall, I mean, I think it was a very excellent slasher film. A couple of problems in the movie. Tara Reid being one of them.
Well, Tara Reid's a problem anyway. She's in, except for Sharknado.
Some of the characters were a little questionable.
I'm not going in there, I'm scared.
Suit yourself. I have to say.
The only real problem was Tara Reid, really.
Yeah.
Her acting was
Tara Reid. Other than that, it might have been, I still think it was great. I mean, I'm not into a movie like this for the acting anyway. I just want to see cool deaths, and I did get very cool deaths from this guy. Charlie is a gigantic fucking Australian hillbilly, basically. He, he's imposing, he's scary looking, he's fast, he's kind of like a Jason mixed with Victor Crowley, I would say, kind of.
And speaking of Jason and Victor Crowley, surprise cameo by Kane Hodder himself.
Yep, Kane Hodder is there, and he does square off with the Brute.
Yeah, he fights because Charlie's big into fighting for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but Charlie has to fight.
Yes, but he's a big, imposing villain. I mean, I don't know how you can sustain him, really. Like, I think this would be great as just like a one-off movie. I don't think I would want to see more. This movie was great enough on its own. I think they should just leave it at that.
I mean, but again, Charlie's Farm's ending is open enough that they can leave it alone, or they can do a sequel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have that. But Tara Reid's acting, push that aside. It was
enjoyable.
Good movie.
Yeah, it was very enjoyable, especially for horror fans. Not too much CG. They pretty much have everything practical. You'll see the blood. Everything looks real and looks visceral. It's done very well. There was a couple of shaky cam things going on, which got kind of annoying. But other than that, I mean, I still think it was very well made.
Overall, though, Charlie's Farm is an awesome movie. It's a good throwback to a good slasher film. If you missed one of those, if you like seeing groups of kids camping, just getting murdered,
Yeah, and if you're into it for anything more than that, you'll probably be disappointed. But if you know going in that you're going to be seeing something in the lines of Jason, in the lines of your Hills Have Eyes, Hatchet, it's basically that just for the Australian outback. The character of Charlie is awesome. He's scary. He has awesome weapons. They're a little different than you could have gone just farm equipment, but he actually has like these weird.
He has weapons like tailor made to him.
Yeah, like it's weird. Like where did you get that? And why would you have that? But I guess he made him. I guess he made it, but that's kind of crazy. But that was interesting and that was fun. To see him use different kind of weapons was nice.
You have the good horror movie things. You have the sex, obviously. So someone's gonna die because they're having sex. You know that.
Yeah,
you have them camping. You have the bad ideas.
Yeah.
You have them saying, "Let's split up."
You know your characters. You got a problem when Tara Reid's the smartest of your characters in the very beginning of the movie. That's how you know your characters are not so well made. Is when you're like, wow, Tara Reid's the voice of reason in all of this. And it's like, oh.
Yeah, because every time they said something dumb, Tara Reid was like, nah.
So why did we split up? And they're like,
You just heard
this because we gotta.
You just heard this crazy story about Charlie's Farm. Why are we going there again?
Yeah, they're like, he separates everybody and murders them. And they're like, alright, so let's separate so he can murder us. Tara Reid's like, that's dumb, I don't want to be murdered. And they're like, well, we gotta.
Let's spend the night in his cabin. Tara's like, no, why?
So why would I want to spend the night in a dirty old cabin and where monsters can bite me? And it's just like, because we gotta. It's a script. It's a movie, we gotta do it.
Jason, please!
I would definitely recommend this.
I'd recommend it.
He'd recommend it.
I give it a B.
He's gonna give it a B.
B, yeah, B, solid B.
Terry put it down that much?
Yeah. Well, originality, there wasn't really any originality.
There's nothing new?
It was nothing really new, but it's been such a long time since I've seen it. I had like a good slasher flick, probably since like Hatchet 3. So it was nice. It was a nice breath of fresh air. Anything that gets away from Ghost, I'm probably gonna give it a B. Because I'm so sick of seeing fucking Ghost movies.
So if you see that, if you're making a movie, you're not a Ghost movie, he starts you at a B.
I start you at a fucking
go
B.
up from there.
Exactly. Because, I'm so sick of seeing Ghosts, and this was a nice, fresh, monster killer. I was like, it's like old horror. So that's nice.
I would give it A-.
A-, that high, huh?
I actually really enjoy Charlie's Farm. The only thing, again, I can think of that's just is Tara Reid.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, we've seen so many movies that the originality of certain movies doesn't even get
It gets hard.
Exactly, because we've seen so many, so I'm just like, I can forgive your unoriginality if you have a decent enough movie.
Yeah. I mean, it's not even so much the originality, it's just that I can think of, other movies that are along the lines of this that I think are better, like Hatchet. Like, even though they're pretty much the same movie, one's just in a swamp and one's just in the outback. And I think Hatchet's still better. It's more fun. The deaths are a little bit more kookier. And this one is not really too much. It all happens at once. It's like this, and then that's it. That's the only really complaint I have. But I'm like, that's really it. Other than that, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't put it on top shelf. I wouldn't put it with
You wouldn't put it on top shelf?
I wouldn't put it with like a Jason or a Victor Crowley, or I'd put it just like he's right there. Maybe if they make a sequel and they do a little more with Charlie, then maybe. But I mean, even his backstory was kind of lame. And you know what I mean? It's kind of lame. So that's just it. That's it. I enjoyed it. I liked it.
Jason's backstory was kind of lame too. I mean,
yeah, that was in the fucking 7. It was in the 8.
I mean,
this movie just came out last year. You think you get a little bit more than fucking 30 years.
Whatever. A- and B. That's our review of Charlie's Farm. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out.
Tell me where they are!
If you can get a hold of a copy, I would definitely
watch it.
Absolutely. We'll see you next time.